Yo guys, welcome to another vlog. I may or may not have not been vlogging for a while. There's a very good reason for that. I haven't gotten Matt in a room, because of stuff, that's been going on. I've been grounded a lot, and he's here now though, so,
What's up?
we're gonna get his side of the story. The Wendy story, like I promised. It may not have been the day that I put it on my YouTube channel, but it'll be today. So yeah, let's do it. Matt, state your side. Start from the beginning.
Let's go back, a decent way back.
Alright.
I think it was a month or two ago. I was walking home with Joe, and we were having this funny little conversation. Like, we were just saying the N-word back to it, like, ironically. We were just saying...
Have to censor that. People on YouTube.
Go ahead. But, yeah. We were having that cute little conversation. Then we hit 3rd and Main. That's when things skyrocketed in emotions. We were talking about, who we liked in school. Like, if we had any crushes on people. And I was straight acting like a virgin. Straight virgin. Like, I was saying stuff like, I didn't have sex with someone and I only cried for 5 years.
Are you a virgin?
I'm not.
Okay.
If I had pictures, I could confirm that I am not a virgin, but I'm not a virgin.
Wait, completely off topic, but did you get pictures?
No. But anyway. So, I was acting like a virgin. And then Joe, out of nowhere, just decided, I want to get Matt laid. So, he tries to, get me laid. I did quotes with, like, at least 3 fingers. That was weird. But, so he was like, hey, Matthew, do you like anyone in school? Because then we got into a whole Jasmine conversation because he was saying, I think Jasmine likes me. Jasmine is, like, crazy for me. Jasmine has a super duper crush on me. Wow. So, I was saying, go ahead, take her. Because, like, at the moment, I wasn't with Jasmine anymore. But anyway, I digress. Joe was like, do you have a crush on anybody? I could totally get you laid with him. I'm like, well, there's this one person.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry for the interruption. So, Joe, it was like, yeah, dude, I want to get you laid. Is there anyone you want me to, catch for you? Like, in a sort of fish sort of metaphor, you could have that. And, I said, well, there is this one girl. And then I said, Wendy. And he's like, Wendy who? I said, Wendy Monahan. And so Joe's like, oh, okay, that might actually be easy. So, the day goes on, and the next day, everything goes kind of cool. Joe just kind of reports to me during lunch. She asked Wendy if I would ask her out, would she say yes? And he told me that Wendy said no. I completely believe that, but it was just kind of random, just out of nowhere. So then a couple days later, Wendy's in the friend group. I'm like, oh, okay, Wendy's in the friend group now. Maybe it'll be easier for me to ease into the DMs if you catch my drift. So, Wendy's in the friend group now, and then all of a sudden, one day I go to the keyhole, and Wendy and Daniel are sitting next to each other. Your boy holding the camera. So,
what's up?
Anyway, I was like, oh, are you two, like, together now? And then Wendy and Daniel was like, yeah, we are. And so I was like, oh, okay, this is
I just want to point out, literally, like, 10 minutes before you walked in is when that happened. When we, like, officially said, alright, we're dating. That happened. Anyway, go see.
So, oh.
I missed.
Okay. So, I was like, okay, Wendy and Daniel are dating, whatever, it'll probably only last 2 weeks. Which it did, by the way.
Yep.
So, Daniel I was walking down. I think it was with
Isaiah and Joe. Or are we? No.
No. I'm talking about whenever the keel. I think we just kind of let the keel, and I was walking with you and someone else, and I was saying, dude, you do realize this relationship's only gonna last a week or two. And then I said, do you really love her? Are you really sure you want to have this relationship? And he's like, yeah, dude, yeah. And I'm like, are you hesitating? I don't really see a definite yes here. And he's like, yeah. So then I'm like, okay, all right. We'll see how long this lasts.
And it lasted 2 weeks.
But anyway, it lasted 2 weeks. Actually, a bit of context before time. Mason was actually the one who arranged the whole, group up with Daniel, me, and him. And we were talking about the Wendy drama. And we made an entirely new rule for the friend group there, saying that you can't date someone in the friend group. If you do, then that's like essentially breaking the bro code. So, yeah. A few days later, Wendy breaks up with Daniel. And then I'm like, sweet victory, dude. I'm fucking...
Sweet victory.
I'm like, I'm about to go all around town, dude. I'm about to chant my victory screech. So, then a couple days later, I'm walking Isaiah home with Joe and Daniel. And, as soon as Isaiah goes in the house. As soon as Isaiah goes in the house. Not after or before Isaiah goes in the house. Like, as soon as the door closes, they're immediately talking shit on Isaiah. I don't take this the wrong way. I have a thing for Isaiah, but I do not have a thing for Isaiah. I'm not a homosexual. Do not take that the wrong way. Do not. I have no sexual feelings for Isaiah. Fuck off. The ship has not sailed. I have not confirmed the ship. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, they were talking shit on Isaiah. And Isaiah's my home dog, dude. I've known him for 2 solid years.
And I've known you for 6.
That doesn't matter.
It doesn't, you're right.
But anyway. Yeah, they were talking shit on Isaiah. I'm like, dude, why didn't you say this to Isaiah's face, whenever we were walking with him, like, literally 5 minutes ago? They just kind of skipped that question, so I'm like, oh, okay. I thought I'd bring up some dirt. I said, hey, remember that twig I broke? And then both Daniel and Joe are pretty confused. So I hint at it more, saying, hey, do you remember that WD twig I broke? And then Daniel finally caught on with the whole sham that I'm legitimately sorry for. Also, ahead of time, pause that story right there. Beforehand, the same exact day, I was on my laptop and I was at the library and I was, talking with Wendy on Messenger. I was fucking around. Completely fucking around. I said, all those messages before that were really mean. Yeah, Joe had my laptop and he was doing all that shit, man. I'm assuming, that's when, after that was when Wendy, gave it to Mason. That's when Mason showed it, to everyone else. Which I am also really sorry for. Like, there's no way I could apologize for it more than saying I'm sorry. But, yeah, carrying on. We were walking down to Common Ground, and I said, remember that WD twig I broke? And, Daniel finally told Joe what I was referencing to, and then, we went to Common Ground. I sat in there for a while. I walked out. Also, Mason's a fucking betrayer, dude. Mason's a betrayer. Fucking rip Mason's trust forever. I'm never trusting Mason again, because you know what he did? He told me that Joe and the others were over by the library. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll head towards Maine then. I don't want to be beat up by Joe. I don't want to do that, man. So I walked towards Maine, and boom, there they are. Wow, I get beat up. Wow. But anyway, I totally deserve that. I totally deserve that. Joe, if you're watching this, I don't know why you're watching this, because, you know exactly what happened, but if you're watching this, I'm not trying to mock what you did as something stupid. I completely deserve that, and I hope we can let bygones be bygones for now. Like, for this video, just don't take this too seriously. Take this with a huge-ass grain of salt. But, anyway, I got beat up. It didn't even really hurt that bad. It was more of a battle of the brains. You know, I kind of cried because Daniel was like, "You're doing this for nothing, dude. You're doing it for nothing." I'm like, "I'm doing it for everything." And then judges kind of stopped beating me up, and they left, and I walked home. That's it. But anyway, after that, Wendy never really talks to me a lot anymore. I wish I didn't do what I did. And, here we are.
Any closing statements?
What I did was really stupid. Really stupid. I should never have done it. There's nothing I can do right now except for say I'm sorry. There's really nothing I can do. If I look like I'm being satire, I'm not. I'm serious. I'm not putting on a mask as all of you believe me to be. I do feel guilt, Mason. Remember that video you made where he has no function for guilt? I have 2 million IQ. I'm Mason Moore. I know how Matthew's brain works. He's wearing these personas like a fucking mask, dude. He switches from fucking serious and dark to humorous and stupid, dude. I figured out the algorithm. I am Albert Einstein's reincarnate, dude. That's not how it works. I've actually felt guilt before. Mason, oh my god. Your theory. Fucking Shane Dawson, dude. Wearing the tinfoil mask. Oh my god. The theory isn't real. Oh my god. But anyway. Let me explain the last time I remember feeling good. There's a lot of times. The last time I remember, I think, the latest time I can remember, was at my mother's funeral. Oh boy. So my uncle, I think it was... This is gonna sound completely fucking ironic, but his name is Steve. Uncle Steve. That's what I called him. Uncle Steve. Ow, fucking. Okay, Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve. Yeah, he encountered me after my mother's funeral ended, and he just kind of sat there, probably with a beer in his fucking hand. I don't even remember it. I remember he was an extreme alcoholic. So he sat me down at one of these tables. Like, there were these long white tables you'd find at a church. And so he sat me down, had a little bit of a private conversation with me, and he said, "How do you feel that you killed your own mother?" And I was like, "What? I killed my mother? I wasn't even there to do anything. She just kind of died. I was in the bathroom taking a shit, and then she just fell flat. There was nothing I could do about it." And so I actually fall for this guilt trip, and I'd start crying, like, really bad, because I legitimately thought that I fucking killed my mother. I was like, fucking, what? Why did I do that? So, after that, I'm assuming if, like, I like, resisted that that I thought that I killed my mother, he was probably going to take that beer bottle, because it was empty. He was probably going to take it and, like, slam it across my head. So I was like, I didn't know that was going to happen, but thinking back on it now, that's probably what it would have done if I tried to convince myself otherwise at the moment. So, that goes down. I felt some serious guilt, and then I asked my dad, I'm really sorry that I killed my mother, and then he's like, "You didn't kill your mother, who told you that?" And then I said, "Uncle Steve." And that's when everyone had to turn for the worst on Uncle Steve. Oh, fuck you, Uncle Steve. I don't care about your private information. But anyway, that went down. I cried a lot. It was bad. Yeah. Guilt. I felt it before. It was great. It wasn't great.
That was your phone.
Yeah, I know.
Is it your aunt?
Yeah, it's my aunt. Hello? I'm at Daniel's right now. Daniel's? No. Daniel's. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm doing a bit of a video. Well, I'm sorry. Can you just give me a couple more minutes? I'll as soon as I'm done, I'll grab my stuff. Okay. Alright, I'll be there in about... Okay, just hang up on me. That's cool, too.
Question. Why is she so mean?
I don't know, dude. I don't even know.
Anyway, you were saying guilt.
Yeah, I'm done with the whole guilt bit.
Anyway, wrap up. I think, because I think you've covered everything.
Yeah, I've covered just about everything. I should have never done it. The damage I've done to Wendy, like as a friend to me, I can never repair. I could never repair the bond that was broken, and it was entirely my fault. I wish I would have never done it, and it was stupid and pointless. If I could travel back and not do the things that I did, I would change it all, but...
Well then.
This is the worst possible timeline. Sweet Victory was not played at the Super Bowl, and...
It was played at the Hockey League, though.
Yeah, I know.
So
That was great.
Hockey's better than football, by definition. Anyway, I guess we're gonna end it here, y'all. Matt, thank you for your side of the story. Appreciate it. Yeah, as always, like and subscribe. Take it easy, fam. Peace.